All set. Thought it was a great win for our guys. So I knew as a player and as a coach, when you get consecutive losses, you start thinking about them. Now the shot doesn't flow as smoothly. You're not as crisp as you like to be with your passes. You're a little hesitant in everything you do. You hesitate with the passes out of the post. I thought our guys did a great job for the first time being down and finding a way to get back and win the game and really taking pride in defending for the most part in the second half. I think we had two different situations in the second half where we got 7 shutouts in a row, and I thought that was great for our guys, the most this season in the game. And I thought that was in 2 different segments in the second half, so that was great for our guys. I thought the crowd brought great energy and really got into the game and fed our guys, and it was great for us to get over that hump. We needed that 6-man, so to speak. Thought Ronaldo gave us great play off the bench, made shots. He's capable of doing that. Then in the motion offense, he's one of those guys, he's really a perimeter guy, and it's tough to guard with big guys that are not as mobile. So he can pick and pop and do different things. So he really helped us from that standpoint. Thought Jerron really took pride in the second half, kind of saying to himself more or less, we're going to win this game. I can't allow us to lose, and just really going to get rebounds, snatching them out there and being physical and being aggressive. So I thought that was impressive on his part. And I thought Cam was steady, was very assertive, constantly communicating with the guys in the huddles. And even in the second half, we need those stops. I thought he did a good job with that. Bench did a great job scoring the ball, 28-8, which is another impressive stat. And like I said, the guys got after it. And I thought our guys really did a good job as a team of rebounding, really taking pride. So it was a good win for us. I hope the fans appreciate it, hope they continue to support this team, because this team will compete and they'll find a way.
Coach, you talked about the 2 seniors and all those, have a hard time finding an edge against something, and for both those guys to come and play that way. How big is that?
Well, I think the biggest key, and I talk to the guys about playing hard, not worrying about things they can't control, and just compete. Because the shots will come and go. Sometimes the shots will fall, they won't fall, but we have to do a good job as a team defending the rebound. I thought those 2 guys did a good job, and Cam has really been doing a good job. The last 2 games he hadn't showed it from a scoring standpoint, but I thought he's been assertive, trying to do a better job defending, trying to communicate with the guys, and that's not an easy thing to do when you're trying to find your way. And I thought Ronaldo stepped up tonight, but in the motion offense, he's probably one of our better guys in moving because he can stretch the defense, and it's tough for big guys to defend him. Well, he's done a good job thus, the past couple games, asserting himself. And, the keys for me is on and off the court, if you catch my drift, taking care of business and doing the things necessary to be successful. And I think he's doing those things now. And but he's a very talented player, 6'9", mobile, and go inside and go outside. I think the key with Ronaldo is having confidence within himself and understand he can be a good player, but also posting up a little bit more, not everything being on the perimeter. Because he can do a lot more for us, and I've always been with programs with a big guy that can pick and pop and make plays, and it really stretches the defense, so you can do a lot of different things.
Talk about Jerron taking it upon himself and saying, "Well, not lose this game." What's going to take to move forward that is a mindset all 3 minutes?
Well, I just think it's just a matter of doing it. We have to be consistent as a team, because we don't have a proven leader right now outside of the coaching staff. And that's part of it, but it's just, guys stepping up and taking pride and saying we're going to get this thing done. So hopefully we can start now, guys really taking pride in being a leader, because he has that potential to be a leader, because guys migrate to him, and he's a likable guy.
Cuonzo, Trey was one of 8, obviously. You guys noticed the GM affected by it at all?
Not at all. Not at all. He's 1 for 8. It's part of the game, and I thought he did a good job. Prim did a great job of scoring the basketball. I thought it was honorable of him to play tonight, because I know it's not easy with a broken nose. But I thought he did a good job. He was more assertive. He was demanding the ball. He's demanding those ball screen situations, because he got us going in that second half with attacking guys off those ball screens, and that's the trade that I'm accustomed to seeing.
It seemed like there was a stretch in the second half there where the guys finally started to get maybe a little bit chippy. They had a little bit of fight, a couple of 50-50 balls. It didn't seem like they weren't going their way, or it seemed like that. They seemed to fight back through that. You kind of wonder when a team goes through that, which way they're going to bounce back.
I like that. It was the first time I've really seen it all year where guys really get after it, because we do it in practice, but it's just a matter of carrying over in games. And I not try to tell our guys, because for some reason our guys are somewhat consumed with how they look and how they play. Instead of just playing hard and competing and being aggressive, and playing somewhat dirty, not meaning attacking your opponent, but getting down and dirty when you play. That's the style of play I'm accustomed to, and I thought our guys did that in the second half.
Was it tough to get these guys to realize that teams are gunning for them? When you talk about the UNC, Asheville, Austin, these guys are looking to be a big name school. Is it difficult to get your players to realize that?
Well, being at the, and I'll kind of, hopefully I don't get long-winded when I answer this question, but playing at Purdue, coaching at Purdue, then being a head coach at Missouri State, so I understand what it means to be mid-major and high major, whatever that means. But the thing you have to understand, everybody can play. I'll give you 3 names, and you tell me whether or not they can play. Reggie Hamilton, Andrew Lawrence, Prim, ball players. I mean, they can play anywhere and on any stage. So you got to carry your weight when you're an elite player. When you're playing for Tennessee, it's not only playing for Tennessee, but these guys are gunning for it because that guy thinks or feels like he should be in that uniform. So now if you're not up for the challenge, it can be a long night for you. And that's what happens. I mean, I try to make our guys understand everybody can play.
Do you think they're realizing this now because, I mean, these last 3 games haven't been named teams, but those 2 teams come out, really liberating the defense?
Well, I don't know if they realize, but I don't know if the other teams might have been better. You look across the board. I mean, just you take the Tennessee off the front of the jersey. Who's better? I think that's what happens. We get consumed from the outside and say, well, they're supposed to win because they're Tennessee. I mean, do we? I mean, you only have one proven guy that played at this level. So now what makes you think the other guys are really good players if they hadn't played on this stage? So I think, from that standpoint, you have to really evaluate. Everybody can play basketball. So now for me, I'm a ball player regardless. I'm a mid-major, low major, high major. I'm trying to compete and be the best player I can be. I don't look at a guy's jersey or look at his name and say whether or not I'll play hard that night. I'm a competitor.
Cameron's been struggling a bit in the field, but he hit some real clutch shots. You saw that he was showing some spunk in that stage, in that situation.
I mean, I just tell him, keep shooting the ball. Don't look at me on the bench. I don't want to look at you. Just play hard and compete. And that's what I tell him. I don't have any answers for you. Just play hard. You miss a shot, play defense. And I think I try to keep it that simple with Cam.
Coach, 2 things you've been harping on, second half defense and turnovers. I mean, you had 12 turnovers tonight. You didn't give up a lot of points off of them. And just lock it down in the second half. As a coach, you happen to see results.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, like I said, we'll score the ball. We'll put ourselves in a position to get the ball on the rim. I think for us, we got to do a better job defending. We did a better job in the second half, but we got to be a lot better than that. I mean, as far as my standards and how I see us defending, we got to be a lot better than that. But once again, it's taking pride, not letting the guys score on you, and taking individual pride and shutting guys down. We do a good job with the scouting reports, the assignments, was when the player's broken down, not fouling, arms length defense, not getting the guys in the bonus, those type of things. And all of a sudden they're making baskets. So those are things we got to get better at, playing a little smarter.
And ball security, you did 12 turnovers tonight, but only gave up 14 points. Is that more in line with what you did?
Well, our goal is 10 a game. We got to get it where we're 10 a night. I think when you're a college athlete, as many ball handling drills we do, 12 is still too many.
How tough has it been to still kind of work with that process of getting payment to be able to take on ball from shots? Another high percentage, 75% or so at home. Is it still tough to get him to be more certain?
We can tell him, we can feed him all day long. But once again, he's not a guy that demands the ball, wants to shoot a lot of balls. He's a very unselfish player. So we have to do a good job really pounding the ball into him. But he has to put forth an effort of demanding the ball. That's the biggest key with him, because we'll get him the ball, but we need the ball in his hand in situations because he has a good feel and he knows how to find guys.
You talked about Skylar getting playing time in the second half. You talked about defense and play those guys.
Yeah, I mean, he played hard. He put forth an effort. I think that's the most important thing. You got to put forth a better effort on a consistent basis. Minutes are not promised to anybody. And after a while, I'm going to solidify the rotation. If I got to go with 6, we'll go with 6 guys. But you got to put forth an effort. You're too young to be out of shape and exhausted.
When you say demand in basketball, is that more of a verbal thing, more of a way you present yourself on the court?
I think it's more how you present yourself, especially for Jerron on the blocks, because he do a good job of getting the ball on the perimeter. I think more posting up, getting the ball, and demanding the ball. And even when he set those ball screens, he's popping, then he's attacking the rim. But I think Kenny needs to demand it more on the blocks, give me the ball. But in Jerron's case, he just really asserted himself in the low post.
Like they tried to zone you a little bit tonight. It seemed like you had the same kind of problems you had. talked about last week. Are you happy with that execution?
I thought they did a good job. I thought they did. And we work on zone, just a matter of making shots, being aggressive.
Tonight, 52% in the first half for Asheville, 37% second half. That reverses the trend. What continued playing defense away from you today?
Just start playing defense and being more assertive on defense and taking pride. I think we took like 4 charges in the second half, and that helps. Then you get stops. But once again, reeling off those shutouts 2 consecutive times and getting 7 shutouts, but just really buckled down and taking pride in playing defense. And I think it was also a case of our guys didn't want to lose tonight. Saw a little bit of zone. Man, took a lot out of me, but we saw a little zone. But I didn't think they did a bad job. Guards didn't rebound up top, but might see a little more zone. Just got to get the right lineups, I think, in there. 2 was enough for the night.
You just talked about it. It looked like you really shook things up in the first half, playing a lot of. If I see it, I don't know if I'm going to see it. Webb, Richardson, Dwight, Skyler, somebody else. Was that just to shake things up and get some energy?
I mean, it was just, energy, effort, defense. I mean, I think that's the biggest key.
Is that a message to the rest of the guys?
Not at all. I'm not big in sending messages. I mean, if I take a guy out of line, if he's out of line, I'm not big in that, because one thing these guys have done, they put forth a great effort in practice. Some nights you don't play as hard, shot it and fall, and you're worried about the wrong things, but they put forth the effort in practice, so they get the minutes.
Craig had 10 minutes.
Other guys play better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.